Hey everyone, this is PX, Mr. Collector, and now that the week is over, I only have one question. Are you broke? That is the question. Yeah, Star Wars week. Woo! That was exciting. But the question is, are you broke? Hey, welcome to my channel. This is Peter. Episode 25. Ooh, move it along. Yeah, let me pull this stuff up so we could chat. Yeah, it's been quite an interesting week. So did you enjoy the Star Wars week? That was exciting. I know there was some really cool parts that I really enjoyed, especially when it came to the reveal. Right, I thought that was pretty cool. So, what did you get? I know, right? I mean, that was tough. Like trying to figure out what to get, and oh man, I mean, I don't know about you, but I wanted it all, and I had to keep myself in check big time. So let's talk about some of that stuff. Yeah, let's talk about some of that stuff. All right, so I'll tell you what I pre-ordered, and maybe you could tell me what you got. Okay, so I had to order General Grievous. Had to get him, right? He comes out somewhere in October, September of this year. Yes, so I figured they've done it before, it'd be an easy thing for them to redo it, but they got some still in stock, but really excited about that. Whenever I saw people they showing it off in their collection from when they got it, like, before the first time, I was a little jealous about that. And I was like, oh man, that's never going to happen. That's never going to happen. And then bam, I got to tell you, there were a couple of those surprises that I was like, wow, I'm stoked. I'm stoked. Yeah. So then here's the question about this next one. Great figure. Right? I think it's pretty darn cool. And I actually saw a preview of Bad Batch, right? The Bad Batch. I saw a preview of it just to get an idea of some of these, figures that are coming out. And I gotta say, it's pretty cool. It looks pretty cool. But I'm going to wait for 2 or 3 episodes, maybe more, to line them up, because I get into it in those 45 minutes or less, they fly. And then I'm like left hanging and wanting more. So I'm going to save up some of those episodes and then, binge watch a little bit. I think that's my way of going about it. But that Echo figure, freaking amazing. Yeah, he is freaking amazing. I mean, I love everything about him. I love the interchangeable head sculpt. I think the skin head sculpt is amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. It looks better than the animation. Yeah, I mean, it's awesome looking. But I don't know if you guys noticed that when he first came out, right, when they announced him, there was no payment plan. So I knew from my past experiences that there was a big possibility that there was going to be a payment plan added on. And I was right. All of a sudden, I noticed, I think it was today, I noticed that it could have been, it could have come out yesterday, but all of a sudden I noticed that there was a payment plan on it. So now the question is, for, the people that got paid, like, ordered it immediately, without a payment plan available, does that mean that they're stuck now with paying the full price when it comes out? Or will they, can you call Sideshow and say, hey, there was no payment plan, now there is one, and make a deal with them? Because I think that kind of, it's not a good deal. I think it's really a bad way. I feel bad for people that got stuck with thinking that they're going to have to pay the full amount when it comes out, versus being able to make payment plans until it comes out, because it doesn't come out until April, June of 22. So by the time that it comes out, most people probably will have to pay for it, versus ordering it on pre-order, and then you have to come up with that chunk at the very end. So I'm hoping that those people who did not wait and ordered it immediately because of the excitement, and you got it all caught up because it is an amazing figure, I would be really bummed if I'm stuck with that. Yeah, so keep that in mind for the future. When something like that happens and there's no payment plan on it, I could pretty much guarantee you that they're going to add one on. So keep that in check. Yeah, because I got to tell you, I myself, I was too like, oh, I want it. Let me order it. And then I was like, yeah, pull back, and just wait. And I was right. The payment plan came along. So then the other one that I had to pre-order is the Stormtrooper Commander. I know the question is like, how many Stormtroopers can you get? How many do you need? But they all offer something different, they as far as the series go, they all have their own duties, and there's some slight change in them, whether, even with all the last one that I got, which was the Jet Trooper, he's all white. And he looks just like the Stormtrooper. However, when I put them side by side, even though they were white, there are a lot of differences. Yeah, especially the helmet. The helmet, they're very, very different. So with that said, that orange, I'm digging it. And orange, my favorite color. So yeah, so I'm really, I'm stoked about it. The fact that it's coming out this year, yeah, that's nice. That's really, really nice because, one thing that always is a Debbie Downer too is when all these figures, you're excited for them and you're like, oh, right? And then they come out next year. And the thing that I just thought about today is that Comic-Con should be around the corner. So with all these figures that just came out now for Star Wars, what's going to come out for Comic-Con? Something to think about, right? Because I have a feeling that Comic-Con, they're going to be introducing a lot of the superheroes. Right, a lot of the new series that have come out, and there are a lot of action movies that are coming out. So I'm wondering if that's going to be, Comic-Con is going to be more about that than Star Wars, because they did an amazing job with introducing some new stuff for this past week, I got to say. And the Hunter. Right, I can't wait for that to come out because, right next to Echo, smooth, nice. And then the Mandalorian on the, I forget what they called it, it's like a speeder bike type of thing. That cruiser, sweet. And speaking of the Mandalorian, I don't know if you noticed, but in my last video, I was talking about, I mentioned that when I saw the blurg, I was like, oh, wow. But I saw that they had, and I'm so glad they did this, they had the Mando and the blurg, and then the blurg, and I'm so glad they did it separately because, like I said, by the end of the, my collection, as far as Star Wars go, I'm going to end up with like 3 Mandos. How many do you need, right? And I saw, then like the first one and the second one, there was a big difference in the way they look. So I definitely have those too. But for this one with the blurg, I was like, wow, he looks really, really familiar. So I decided that I was not going to order the set. And And I'm so glad that I didn't, because I only ordered the blurb because when Sideshow talked about it, they said that for those people who missed out on the first Mando, that this was their opportunity to get them, because it's basically a reissue. So I was so relieved that I did not go for the set, because I was like, wow, he looks really familiar. And sure enough, I have him. So second good call in my power. Yeah, so that, I mean, those right there. So, General Grievous, Echo, Stormtrooper, Blurg. Wow. And I mean, I'm not even talking about the ones that they're even thinking of announcing that they're coming soon, like Quill. Oh, I am stoked about that. But I'm also very curious to see what kind of price they're going to put on him, because, he's a shorter guy, right? So if he comes out with a lot of accessories and stuff, who knows? But, one thing that I was thinking about that is that the blurb, as far as the blurb goes, should you get two? Right? Because one was Mando and the other one was Quill. So I think that's a set. That would be a cool thing, but that's a nice chunk. That's a nice chunk. So, but it's definitely a thought. And I'm sure somebody's going to do it, right? So the question is, am I going to do it? I don't know, because that blur glue also looks big. So I don't think that he's going to go into my case. So with that said, I think that I'm going to pose him outside of my case, because his impact is so incredible. So we'll see. But anyway, I got some news today. Yeah, I was so freaking excited.
News alert, breaking news.
Yeah, I love
news alert, breaking news.
I checked my site, and I tell you, you always got to check your site. It's almost like a relationship, right? So I checked my orders, and I had a couple of surprises. Yeah, because you guys, that we place these orders for things, and we'll get a message saying, oh, delayed, and it's like, oh my God, that gets so old. As a matter of fact, let me give you a list of some of the things that I've got that I have paid off and I'm waiting on. Harley Quinn Gold, no word, no nothing about her at all. Right, from Birds of Prey. Thor Endgame, no word. Right, paid off, still waiting, no nothing. Rescue, have you heard anything? Draco Malfoy, no word. Yeah. Hellboy. Now Hellboy, actually, I'm a little upset about Hellboy because I know some people already got their Hellboy, and I'm like, when is he coming? Yeah, when is he coming? And then I was really upset thinking that I was going to get the Scout Trooper and the speeder bike, and they told me it was going to get here sometime in June. I don't know what to believe on that. And then where is IG-11? Yeah, IG-11, nada. So, that's a pretty long list of been paid and waiting. So we'll see about that. But I got I got the emails.
Good news, everyone!
Yeah, Jon Snow of Game of Thrones, and is that one is by 3-0? Yeah, he looks really good. And I noticed that on some other sites like Toys Wonderland, sold out. Yeah, sold out. So, and I could totally understand, because what happens is that a lot of people go to another site because Sideshow is always late. Sideshow is always late. You know, I know. I mean, I even heard that some people cancel their orders with Sideshow. Say screw the deposit because they could get their order a lot faster from another company, especially someone from a company from Japan. So I totally get that. So when I saw that Jon Snow was sold out in Toys Wonderland, I got it. I totally understand. So it's, you know, something to look into, right? How bad do you want that figure? You know, with me, I'm actually fortunate enough that I have enough orders that something always arrives, or I could get excited about something. So versus that, you know, some people just order a figure or two, and that's really important because they want it now. They want it now. So I get that. Then the other one that's coming, which I'm so stoked, is the Lord of the Rings Aragorn at the Helm's Deep by Asmus. And I cannot wait to get that. I've actually had it on order for a little bit. So the fact that he's actually literally on his way. Exciting. Yeah, really, really exciting. And I cannot wait to put that one together with Legolas, right? Or the Orlando Bloom character. And also at Helm's Deep. So those two side by side, I think it's going to look really cool. The only thing that I'm not really happy with is that one of them, I believe, has rooted hair and the other one has plastic hair, where I wish they were a little more similar in that sense. Then the other one that I'm getting that is on this way, and I'm really, really excited because I got to tell you, my Star Wars collection is looking good, is building up nicely. And I think in episode 23, I did a small video of my setup. It was just a quick video. I actually had done it for my Facebook page, and I said, oh, well, let me also do it, use the same one for YouTube, and I just expanded on it a little bit more. But it was a quick video so that you could see my new setup for my display cases, and I'm so stoked about that. Yeah, so the Sif Jet Trooper is going to look fantastic right next to the Incinerator Stormtrooper. That red and red, sweet. Yeah, really, really cool about that. Then there's a possibility, you know, I'm waiting, I think it's the 10th, where it's my last payment, both for the Mandalorian and Child. And I know some people already been getting it, and they actually sent me a message warning me that the last payment was coming. You know, they give you that warning to make sure that you're ready it's coming out of your account. And I don't owe much on that because I think I mostly paid it off, and I think all I've got to pay is the shipping. And I think it's like, if I'm not mistaken, I owe like $14 on it. So I'm stoked about that. So if that happens, yay. Yeah, and then the other one is Kylo Ren. Yeah, and I think that I'm starting to see some people talking about him on other channels, and I have not got a message saying that he's going to be delayed. So if he shows up, that's exciting. That's really, really exciting. And I missed out on the first one. So with this one, I really like the head sculpt. I like the simplicity of him. I think right next to Darth, he's going to look amazing. Yeah, all that black going on. Sweet. So I'm really stoked about that. Yeah, so those are two possible things that may be coming. But I just found out, like literally seconds ago, that also on his way is finally one of my team suits, which is Tony Stark. And I know some people, you know, I think I mentioned this before, some people already like, you know, talking smack. Oh, but, you know, oh, he doesn't come much. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, first of all, it's as plain as it can be. The team suit members, if you think about it, they didn't have anything on them. They didn't have anything on them, right? there were like really no weapons. They you know, the only thing that was part of them was the transporter, right? That's about it. So when you say, oh, you know, he doesn't come with much, it's like, exactly. Right? So I'm looking forward to seeing the head sculpt with the helmet. I think that's going to be a nice look. So yay, he's on his way. Now I just got to find out through UPS when exactly these figures get here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 coming. I am stoked about that. And then on the 10th, I'll find out if 2 more are coming. So yay, 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 yay. And you know, I realized too that as far as the Avengers and Superman, I really don't have that many other figures as far as a variety, except for Iron Man and some of the Iron Man characters. You know, I have Gamora, but the other ones are all Iron Man. You know, I got Iron Man, you know, Mark 85. I got Whiplash. I think like 3 the Mark, you know, the Iron Man gantry, which is an amazing piece, and now a team suit, right? The whole Tony Stark. So I realized that today that all my other figures, like, you know, like my Thor and Black Widow and Wonder Woman and oh my God, the Hulk and the Hulkbuster, all that. Those are in my other location in the boxes. So I was like, oh wow, that's interesting. So I can wait to start getting some of those other figures in this collection, just to mix it up a little bit. You know, I'm almost feeling like it's becoming like the that section is like Iron Man and then Star Wars. So yeah, I'm looking forward to mixing it up. So guess what time it is now?
Here's the mail. It never fails. It makes me want to whack my tail when it comes.
That's right. It is mail time. And here's the interesting thing. I realized that I have some other mails that has come. But I thought that I would just keep it in the same line as far as what we're talking about now. You know, with the exception that I am going to say that, you know, one figure that I did pre-order is Captain Picard. Had to do it. First of all, I know that he's going to sell pretty fast. He's due for release July, September of this year. But I couldn't pass him up. You know, I've done the mistake of passing up on some other figures of Star Trek, and then I want to get and then impossible to get. So I'm like, yeah, I jumped on that immediately because I really like I like the figure. I like the figure, and then he's the guy, right? So it's gotta happen. Yeah. So.
Oh my God!
You've
Let me
got
tell you
mail.
what showed up. Let me show you. Okay, so before I show you, I have been watching other people with it, like they got theirs, and then I saw the setup and I was like salivating, right? But the one thing that gave me relief is that when he came out, I immediately pre-ordered him. Immediately. And once they were starting to doing unboxing and showing them off and all that, he sold out immediately. Not only is he waitlisted, but the waitlist is full. Then I checked on other sites, and I think I found him, like his price point is already escalating like really, really, really fast. So I was stoked when I found out that it was on its way. I was like, no way. I was like really surprised by that. And finally, he arrived. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. If you did not get him, I am sorry. Because let me tell you, if you can find them, don't hesitate. Just get them. Just get them. I have quite a few figures, and when I got him, especially after all the hype, right? Because sometimes the hype, oh my God, it's like you open it up and you're like, right? More than the hype. He like totally deserves all the accolades. This guy right here is fantastic. I love him. Heavy, hefty, but also really interesting. Yeah, the color combination and I mean, wait till I show you. He's got a prime spot in my collection, and even my husband, who is not into this, today he was like looking at some of my collection, and he saw him, and out of nowhere he's like, I gotta say, of all the ones that are here, he's the one that I really like. And I was like, damn right, because this guy here is awesome. Freaking love him. Love him. Yeah, I might even take him to bed. I don't know. People sleep with the dolls and shit. Nah, he costs too much money. But the artwork on this, it's like pure justice. I mean, this is exactly the impact that you get. So, I highly recommend that you watch the unboxing of this by Sideshow. Not by any of the other guys. No. Sideshow. Trust me on this, okay? It was so informative. And I was watching the guy, the guy that does, the setups and stuff, not the poser, but the guy that does the unboxing. He's pretty darn good at what he does, and I do like that. I gotta tell you, the guy was breaking out a sweat when he was trying to hook this up, the machine gun with the hands. Yeah, I was paying attention to that, and to me, it almost was like, you know what? I am not ready to go through all that pain yet. But not only was that informative, but what was also informative was that he then shows you, like on the jetpack, there's like a peg that comes out. And it's a peg that you got to be really careful how you pull it out, because I could see if you put the wrong pressure that it's going to snap, and you don't want that to happen. But if you do it carefully, or even jiggle it a little bit, but without forcing it to the sides and then just straight out, is actually the holder for that machine gun. Yeah, so you'll see, when I show you the figure, how I have him posed. I got to tell you, watching him put this together was fantastic, because I learned so much about how I wanted to pose mine. And the fact that I saw him, I knew what I didn't want to do. I knew that I didn't want to change his hands to these grabbing hands that were really tight for the armor to go in it, yeah, so I highly recommend that you watch Sideshow unboxing of the Heavy Infantry Mandalorian. Really, really, really important. And with that said, I love him. I mean, as you can see, as I pose him, he's majestic. I mean, he is freaking fantastic. And the coloring, that blue and gold, so perfect. Also on his sleeve, I love the fact that, when you take him out of the box, it looks like there's like this rope part that almost seems like it's attached. But when I posed him, that actually that rope piece is not attached, and therefore I was able to show it and emphasize it, and that looks amazing. Also, the shooter on his arm, you know, that is able to move, so you could actually have it that it should be on the top, so you could see it better versus underneath. Yeah, there was just so many things that was so helpful by watching the video. So I highly recommend that. Sideshow unboxing of the Heavy Mandalorian. Really cool. And you're going to see the guy sweat. He says, you know, I forget his name, but, you know, he's the bald guy. Really cool, nice guy. But he was struggling with that. And then the other thing, too, that I also was aware of, that I noticed that, you know, that the artillery is pretty massive. And it's got a little weight to it. So one thing that I noticed with him is that the hand, you know, that he changed to hold the machine gun, it kept falling off. So with that, I think it's one of those things that once you pose it, leave it alone. But I just wanted to give you a heads up, because I know that many of you want to try posing him different ways and all that. I myself just wanted to enjoy the figure before I started sweating. So yeah, so I am going to leave this right here, finish it off with him, because he is a showstopper. And I'm not going to go into any other collectibles, because I do have some other stuff that showed up, but it's not in the same line as this stuff. So let's end the fun right here. You guys keep collecting. I will talk to you soon. Yeah, and don't forget, subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. Leave me some comments. Tell me what you got. I'm curious if I'd see what other people got, and let's compare some notes. All right. Talk to you guys later. See ya.